like when I started skipping, I might have started skipping court in 2020 or maybe 21, maybe before the pandemic or anything. And it was like I was really getting into my mode. And I was just feeling myself. And I'm always been a confident person for the most part. Like, in skipping court, I was just like, man, because people always got something to say about me all the time. It don't even matter. So I just was like, you know what, man? And it just came in my head one day, skipping court. Like, I'm skipping court, man. I don't care who judging or whatever the fuck they got to say. I'm skipping court, man. And then this producer by the name of Crew Chef from Dayton, he hit me up and he had some beats for me. And it just fit so perfect. And it was like, damn, like, man, I'm about to make a whole project with this nigga, man. And then we got started. And I started making the music, but then life started happening. A whole bunch of shit started happening. We released a lot of songs together. And it was dope, man. UNLV, Skipping Court. I probably dropped like 5 singles for this over the last 3 years. It was so crazy, man. But I'm just finally starting to drop it, and it's coming out November 17, 2023. Like, so much shit that happened. I done lost 2 brothers. The pandemic didn't happen. A lot of shit fucking happens. Like, my brother Ori, he passed away. When I first started the album, he was alive and he's gone. And I had another brother named Reese. When it started, I got songs on. It's crazy. I'm talking to Crew Chef about this shit. Like, I got songs where I'm talking about free Reese. I got songs where I'm talking about being happy that he's home. He beat his case. He's home. He beat a double murder. He didn't tell on nobody. He beat a double murder. And then I got songs where I'm talking about R.I.P. Reese. So it'd be so like the dynamic of like every song that's on his album is really crazy. Just thinking about the process that I went through. Like, I've been recording a lot of music like in between time and everything, but it's just thinking about that, like how deep that is, how life just happens over a few years, where you could be like sad talking about free your brother, then you making a song being happy that he's free and seeing him with his kids, and then you making a song about RP him. You know what I mean? It's like it's deep. It's deep for me just thinking about it like that. You know what I mean? But it'd be crazy like that, man. But skipping court, I know a lot of people gonna get it misconstrued. They gonna be thinking I'm talking about like really skipping court. And I don't advise nobody to skip court, to be honest. You know what I mean? Unless you about to go do it, unless you know you about to go do a lot of time, then do your thing. I don't like, if they talking about you gotta show up to court and they saying you gotta go do a 10, man, catch you when they catch you. I understand that. Like, I wouldn't show up to go do a 10, to be honest. I would not go show up to go do a 10. But if you just got some regular shit, go to court and get it out the way, man, because life goes on. You will see. I did 4 years in prison. I thought like that was forever, but then it's over. I've been out forever. You know what I mean? Like, just, and then another thing, thinking about the process of this album, my son done got older. I done had a daughter. You know what I mean? But this is like, it's real good music, man. It's a lot of soul beats. It's a lot of, you know what I mean, just real shit on there, man, that I think people gonna relate to, and I hope they like. I haven't put out a whole project since I put out Maybe Babies. That came out in like 2021. It was really dope too, but you know, this was like the first time I put out a real, like, you know what I mean, different type of soul bearing type project in a long time, man. But skipping court, man, November 17th, man. But I don't know, man. I just like to be transparent and real as possible, man, and understand. And that's why I say like skipping court, because I was just talking to my homie about giving people grace. You know what I mean? Giving people grace, because people be going through a lot of different shit, man. Expectations be high on a lot of people, but people don't really be understanding that everybody really do be going through different shit, and people deal with stuff different type of ways. Like, so sometimes you got to give somebody grace. You might be wanting somebody to do something that you like. You got love for them and you got ambition for them, but you might not know what they going through, and they might can't get it done like how you would want them to get it done, or how you would want them to get it done. So you got to give people grace in life sometimes. You know what I mean? I done learned so much in these past years of just understanding that I don't know everything and I don't got the answer for everything, and being right is not everything. Being right is it's not everything. It's something, but it's not everything. Like, I used to realize just I used to put a lot of emphasis on being right because I'm so logical. I think logical and from a lot of different perspectives. So most of the times I like to feel like I'm right, but I'm not. And even when I am right, sometimes who gives a fuck? Nobody care if you right. Sometimes it's like, nigga, fuck you. So what? Everything ain't perfect. Everything ain't about right. I mean, and I think that's where a lot of people just get fucked up at because they think like, man, I'm right. I'm right. People probably lose a lot of relationships because they want to be right. And their ego so turned that they like, I'd rather end this relationship with a person than not to be able to be like, I'm right. You know what I mean? Like my brother Reese, who passed away, we fell out for a couple months, and when he like every time it used to be a shooting or something happened, I'd be calling around. I would be calling around asking people like, man, is Reese okay? Was that one Reese and making sure that it's okay? We wasn't talking about something we had a disagreement about. And to this day, I still feel like I was right. But who, like, if he would have died and me didn't make up, it'd have been like, who cares? Who really gives a fuck? You know what I mean? We made up, and it wasn't about like, oh, I was right, you was wrong. It was just like, man, fuck that. I love you. I love you, bro. And regardless, man, let's talk, man. Call me, bro. Call you. And I'm so glad that we got to do that before he passed away. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it ain't always easy to just say fuck some shit. Like sometimes stuff like relationships need time and space from each other. But don't just like cut somebody off that you truly love and care about because you feel like you right and they wrong. Because that shit, it'll bite you in the ass in a while. Like, you know what I mean? You'd be sitting somewhere in the back of a car drinking out of a mason jar, thinking about how much you love them. Life crazy like that, man. It's a lot of shit that I want to do and that I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I've been taking my time and making sure I'm in the right space to do that shit. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people still fuck with me and still got love for me, and I know it's a lot of people saying, man, fuck Lantana. Man, he this, that, he ain't do this. I understand that, man. That's how life go. I really don't care. That's where Skipping Court come from. I'm gonna come with a Skipping Court whole series of tapes, and it's gonna be about fuck what they talking about. That's the only thing that I for sure push. Man, if you feel a way about something and you really love it, man, fuck what they talking about. Fuck that! On the set, man. If you really got some passion or some type of feeling, man, don't listen, man. Don't listen. Just do your thing, man. Because I'm telling you, even if you the man, even if you feel like you've done everything right, people going to have something to say. Even if you've been the realest, the most genuine as you can be, it's going to be somebody that feel like you's a fuck nigga. It don't matter. You could have done everything. You could be LeBron James. It could be a nigga on this couch somewhere in the projects thinking you LeBron James and you a fuck nigga. You done took care of so many people, it don't matter. So you really got to skip court and put them blinders on and go straight. You know what I mean? Like, you really can't care what people talking about, man. You really can't care because, man, them opinions is a motherfucker, man. Them opinions is a motherfucker, man. Another thing about Skipping Court is, like, it's just real music and I'm rapping and I ain't really talking about killing nobody. I don't know what it is, to be honest, because I like murder music too, man. I don't know why. I don't know why murder music sounds so good. I don't know what sounds so good about a nigga talking about sliding and killing niggas for fun. I turn up to it, you turn up to it most likely too. I really don't know. I really can't pinpoint like why, what is it about music where they talking about killing niggas that sounds so good, but it do sound good. And I'll be a lot to sit here and say it don't be sounding good. But we have to also be able to admit that that's crazy as fuck. It's insanity. You know what I mean? Always like, with my music, it always had to be authentic. Like, even when I was signed to a major label and they wanted me to make certain type of music, I can't do it if it's ingenuous. My music, if you hear my music, it's just genuine, how I am. Know what I mean? And I ain't out here killing nobody, so I can't even make no perping-ass song about killing no niggas. It's one bar in my song, on my songs, in one of my songs called Ain't Cheat, where I say, I see red sometimes. I hear niggas hating on me and want them dead sometimes. Cause I do. It's certain bitch ass niggas that speak on me and I wouldn't mind them dying sometimes. But then on the other hand, it's like, man, do they really need to die? They can live. Fuck them. But do they really need to die? They got families. It's a lot that goes with somebody dying. If they like a breadwinner in their family, or even if they just truly loved in their family. If they die, you're changing that whole family's trajectory, and you might be spawning more killers just from that one person dying in that family. Like people really living like this shit GTA. People really living like this shit GTA, man, and they don't be understanding what all come with, like, oh, if I kill somebody. You know what I mean? That's why we able to just rap it. We all so numb where we could just rap about killing somebody or recite some words about killing somebody because it just don't seem real, but it's real. And I know it's a lot of rappers, they be like, well, what about the movie actors? Man, movies don't hit us like how these rap shit hit us. It's young niggas that's listening to drill music right now. They're really athletes. Are good niggas, but they listening to that drill music and it's getting knocked in their brain so hard that they thinking to themselves, I kill a nigga. For no reason. What do you even have a gun for? You're not soft, you're not a bitch, but you're not a murderer, and you're not a street nigga, and it's okay. It's okay, you're not a street nigga, it's okay. You can be a solid individual, a real man that take care of his family and won't let nothing happen to his people without being a murderer or a street nigga. You can do that. It's possible. You don't really have nothing to prove. Skip court. When niggas say you a hoe cause this or that, skip court. Don't let these niggas judge you. They judging cause they some hoes. You'll never catch me in a conversation speaking on what a nigga should be doing with his life. I don't even give a fuck. I wish you the best, but fuck you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I wish you the best, but I mean, not even fuck you, but man, do your shit over there and I'll do my shit. You know what I mean? I just really be wanting people to understand that you can, young men and women now, because women is getting into this gangster shit too, like, you can be a solid individual that don't go for nothing and not be a street nigga and not have to deal with the consequences of street activities. And if you are one of those people that can accept whatever comes with the streets, go for it. Go for it. If you can accept dying or going to jail and all that shit that come with it, do your thing, but understand that first. Don't be out here and you not really even thinking, you know, I'm the type of nigga that'll talk about consequences and niggas be like, oh, don't talk about that, man. You know, we ain't even trying to think about that. You gotta think about the consequences that come with the way you living. Regardless, good or bad, you gotta think about the consequences. Because if you don't, when them consequences hit, you're gonna be ill prepared. Not gonna be ready, you're gonna be crying. You're gonna be in a cell somewhere crying. You're gonna be at a funeral crying because your brother just got killed. You ain't gonna understand. You're gonna be like, damn, we was just thugging. Yeah, that's what come with it. Your brother dead in that casket right there. His mama crying right there. His kids ain't gonna have no daddy. His kids ain't gonna have no daddy. You ain't gonna be thinking about that shit. If you prepare for that, you know what I mean? I got niggas that didn't die in the streets where I understood off the rip. These niggas is killers and murderers and robbers and dope dealers. It's what comes with it. It hurt a little bit. It hurts. It still hurts when it's your brother. But I know my brother understood when he died. Like, man, yep, this is how this shit go. He Saudi. I know he Saudi. He Saudi, but he know, like, man, this is how this shit go. It ain't one way. It don't go one way. You don't get to impose yourself on other people however you want to, and it don't go the other way. It comes back around, man. You know what I mean? But I really try not to be the nigga that's always, I don't want to tell people how to live their life. I'm just a nigga that want to tell people to just understand the consequences that come with life and the shit that you do. And understand, once you understand the consequences, you'll be fine with saying fuck what they talking about in their opinions. because I know what I'm getting myself into. This is my life, and I'm gonna roll with it, however it go. You know what I mean? People can respect. That's a respectable life. If you choose to be a bum, if you choose to be a murderer, if you choose to be a 9-to-5 worker, if you choose to be an entrepreneur, if you choose to be Nathaniel, it's on you, because you accepting them consequences that go with it. You know what I mean? If you out here fucking with a female that you know for a fact that you don't want to be with, and you fucking her raw and coming in her, you can't then be salty when she gets pregnant and has a baby. You know what I mean? You got to understand that's what come with it. Babies come with fucking raw. You can't be like, oh, she trapped me, even though it can feel like entrapment. It can, but you got to know, like, I was fucking that girl raw and it felt good at the time. It felt good at the time. But it's consequences on the set. It's consequences that come with that shit, man. It's real life consequences that come with everything, good or bad. And you have to be able to live with them. So therefore, you need to think about the things that you do. You know what I mean? I done been in prison cells with niggas that didn't accept the consequences and they cried at night. They was on the phone with their mama like, Ma, did you send that package you said you was gonna send? You ain't send that 50? Ma, you ain't send that. But he a grown ass, thug ass nigga that was in the streets talking about, I don't give a fuck. But when he got in that cell and he ain't had nothing but his mama that he ain't give a fuck about, that he ain't go see when he was out, now he in jail like, man, Ma, you ain't send that package? Ma, you ain't send that 50? Ma. You know what I mean? You don't even be seeing that from these niggas. They be in jail with their cell phones, making TikToks and all that one shit. They don't be showing when they be in there crying to their mama because they ain't send that 50, or crying to their bitch like, they told me you was in the club with Rutch and Rutch. Man, yeah, she in the club with Lantana. And is. She fucking Lantana, bruh. She is. She is, bruh. You got 6 years, bruh. She getting Donkey Konged on the set she is, and you need to accept it and not bitch about it and not act like somebody is doing something to you. You doing that time, you know what I mean? You have to accept these consequences that come with this shit, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I can really get really feel away sometimes when niggas be acting surprised about shit, or I be feeling like somebody owed them something. All hustle, no luck, man. Everything you gonna get out here is because you got it. Anything else is luck and love and a blessing from whichever God you praying to, or whichever universe you feel like, whatever. But that's how it is, man. I'm just a really logical and realist person. And sometimes I'm so real, not even so real. I'm just who I am. I deal with shit, man. Skipping court, man. But I just be skipping court because fuck it. Niggas be like, oh, he a one-hit wonder. All he got is one-hit wonder. I'll be thinking like, you've done nothing in your life. Nathaniel. You know, that one hit I had is more than you ever did in your life. I don't be tripping. You know what I mean? But I don't judge. Because fuck you. Do your shit, bitch ass nigga. I'm going to let you be somewhere talking about me to a person or spreading lies or rumors. It took me a while to become comfortable with knowing that people will spread rumors and lie on you. Regardless, they don't care. They'll make a complete lie about you. And the person that hears it, they can either be like knowing that person is perping, or they'll run with it and not like you because of the lie that somebody told them. You gotta be comfortable with it, because fuck it. What does it really matter? My kids love me. My family loves me. What does it really matter if somebody don't fuck with me? What does it really matter, you know? You know what I mean? I don't want you people to die. I want you people to be successful and do your shit. And then maybe that hater bone in your body might fall out. You pussy bitch, you. It's a certain hater bitch that I want to mention, but I would never give you the light of day. You fuck nigga. You hating ass bitch. I would never speak your name, you funky dog head hoe. I would never speak your name, but fuck you. And I'll continue on with my shit, man, you know. But the creative director for this shit is Guy Almighty. Really a genius. He started, his first video I ever shot was with me. And I'm really appreciative I ever ran into this nigga, man. Y'all gonna have to see him, man. Every visual that you see from Skipping Court is from him. And also Nelson. He would hate if I called him Nelson, but his name is Nelson. He shot Ain't Cheap and Skipping Court, the video. He's really dope as well. Man, they the creative directors, man. But my boy Guy Almighty on Instagram, a Guy Almighty, he's a movie shooter. He's still in the infancy of his creativity, and it's great right now. You need to get with him. Matter of fact, this is a drop for him. Guy Almighty shot it in my DJ Khaled character. Nah, man, for real, man. All the pictures that you see, the cover photos and all that shit, Guy Almighty did it, man. Khrushchev did all the beats, except for one. My boy Guido Beats did one of the beats on there that's really fire, man. I'm really blessed with the creative people that I've run into in my life. And I think it's because of the good energy and positive shit that I put into the world. And I'm just thankful, man. And I'm thankful for it all, man. And I'm really glad that I'm finally about to put this project out. And I'm going to continue to keep putting music out. I'm going to put out this aggressively positive podcast. And I'm just going to keep going. And I just want you to keep going. Don't fuck what they talking about. Fuck what how they feel about you. Fuck, it really doesn't matter. Skip court. Fuck who judging, man. November 17, 2023. The Skipping Court project coming out. If you got time, when you got time, man, check me out and fuck with me, man. All good energy to the gang. Stay safe and stay dangerous. Make it home safe to your family.